Hello everybody, welcome to the chemistry class, and today I'll continue your states of matter chapter. Okay, so today first I'll discuss Dalton's law of partial pressures. Dalton's law of partial so this law was given by John Dalton in the year 1801. The law states that the total pressure created by a mixture of gases, okay, these gases should not react chemically, okay, and is the sum of their individual partial pressures under the similar condition of temperature and pressure. So under similar condition of temperature and pressure, the total pressure, okay, of a mixture of gas is sum of their individual partial pressures. So here P total is equal to P1, that is the partial pressure of gas 1 plus partial pressure of gas 2 plus partial pressure of gas 3 plus dot like this. Okay. Next, partial pressure in terms of mole fraction. Partial pressure in terms of mole fraction. Okay. Now, partial pressure of a gas is in a mixture of gases is the pressure that it would exert on the container if it were present all the above in the container. All above in the all alone in the container. Okay, so suppose if there is a mixture of two gases A and B, okay, so the partial pressure of the gas gas mixture of a gas, okay, is the pressure that it would exert on the container if it is, okay, or if the gas is present alone in the container. Okay. Suppose if we think about the Na moles of gas A, okay, and Nb moles of gas B occupied a total volume V liter. Okay. So here we can write that partial pressure of gas A, partial pressure of gas A, that we can write PA. PA is equal to Na by V into RT. Okay. Now here we know that PV is equal to nRT. This is the ideal gas equation. So from here RT by V we are getting that P by N. So from here we can write P into Na by N. So you can understand. Now what is Na by N? That is the mole fraction of the A. So here we will write that P into XA. Okay. So total, so partial pressure of a gas A is equal to total pressure into mole fraction. That you have to understand. Okay. In the similar way, the another gas, okay, that is the B. So here PB is equal to what? This is PA. So PB is equal to, we will get also total pressure of P and the mole fraction of B, that is the XB, P into XB. Okay, next we will discuss the application of Dalton's law. Now, when a gas is collected over a volatile liquid like water, then the gas gets saturated with water vapors. Okay. Now, moist gas is equal to, we know that, dry gas plus water vapor. Okay. So, moist gas pressure is equal to dry gas pressure plus vapor pressure of water. Hope you can understand. Okay. So here we can write that P moist gas is equal to P dry gas plus P water vapors. Okay. So from here we can easily calculate the dry gas. So P dry gas, pressure of dry gas will be P moist gas minus P of water vapor, pressure of water vapor. But if the gas is collected over mercury, then it is not necessary to make any correction, okay, or a correction for the vapor pressure of mercury, okay. Actually, there may be very little, okay, at ordinary temperature, mercury vapor will be there. Then that pressure we are negligible. We are taking it as negligible, okay. That pressure is negligible. Hope you can understand. These are the application, okay, of the Dalton's law of partial pressure. Next we will go to the Graham's law of diffusion. Okay. Now, all of you know about diffusion. Under similar condition of temperature and pressure, the rates of diffusion of gases are inversely proportional to the square root of their densities. So here R is proportional to root over 1 by D. Now what is R? R is the rate of diffusion of a gas, okay. R is equal to rate of diffusion of a gas. And what is D? D is the density of the gas. So here we can write that suppose if for a gas, particular gas, if the rate of diffusion is R1, so R1 is proportional to root over 1 by D1, whose density is D1. And for the second gas, suppose R2 is proportional to root over 1 by D2. Okay. So here if we take the ratio, that is R1 by R2, then it will be proportional to, or here we can write directly that it will be equal to root over d2 by d1. Okay. Now, if we multiply denominator and numerator both by 2, then we know that n is equal to 2d. So definitely it will be root over n2. divided by root over m1. What is m1, m2? That is the molecular mass or molar mass of the gas 2 and gas 1. So these equations are very important. Later we will discuss the numericals from this part. Next we will go to the application of this Graham's law of diffusion or gaseous diffusion. First one, you can tell that the separation of the constituent gaseous mixture. A mixture of hydrogen gas and oxygen gas can be separated by passing the mixture through porous partitions. Okay. Hydrogen being higher diffuses more quickly and gas left behind would be richer in oxygen. And next application we can tell, that is the detection of the Mars gas. Okay, that means Mars gas detector. Okay, Mars gas, all of you know, this is the methane gas. Okay, and there will be one particular system. Okay, when there will be presence of Mars gas, the circuit will be connected, one bell will ring, and from there you can easily understand that Mars gas is there. Okay, and next we can tell about the removal of the poisonous gas. Poisonous and foul smelling gases are diluted, okay, by atmospheric air by diffusion and are rendered harmless. And next one, we can tell that the molecular weights or densities of gases can be calculated by comparing their rates of diffusion with gases of known molecular weights and densities. Okay, known molecular weights or densities. Okay, next we will go to the again ideal gas. We know that about ideal gas equation we have already discussed. This is the ideal gas equation. Those gases which obey this equation, they are called ideal gas. But real gas will not obey this one. Maximum gas will not obey this equation. Okay, so real gases will show some deviations from the ideal behavior. Okay, Van der Waal corrected the ideal gas equation and gave the equation for the real gas, and this equation is known as Van der Waals equation of state for real gas. So now I am writing the Van der Waals equation of state, Van der Waals equation of state for real gas or for real gases. Okay. Now first we will write the equation for n mole gas. For n mole gas, the equation will be P plus A n square by V square, okay, into V minus NV is equal to N RT. Hope you can understand. Now for 1 mole gas, here we are putting N is equal to 1. So it will come that P plus A by V square into V minus V is equal to RT. And this is for the 1 mole gas. And this part is called pressure correction and this part is the volume correction that I am discussing. That Van der Waal applied 2 correction in the ideal gas equation. One is volume correction and another is the pressure correction. Now what is volume correction? Actual, in case of real gas, okay, their molecules have some volume, it is not negligible, okay, compared to the volume of the gas, okay, and that is why the actual volume of the gas will be less than the volume of the container, because the space occupied by the gas molecules for themselves is not available for movement of the other gas particle. And Van der Waals simply replaced this volume term V in the equation by the expression V minus B, and this B is called that co-volume or excluded volume. This excluded volume is the volume within which the molecules cannot move. Okay, and for n mole gases the correction of the volume is V minus Nb. Hope you can understand. And next one is the pressure correction. If a gas molecule is lying in the interior of the container, that means inside the container, okay, it experiences no net attractive forces since it is uniformly surrounded by similar molecules. So if I draw the structure, then you can easily understand. Suppose inside molecule is there, so everywhere their attraction will be same with the other gas molecule or repulsion. There will be no net force. This is the inside the container, inside the bulk. Okay, but if the gas molecules are near the wall of the container, okay, then it is not uniformly surrounded and experiences an attractive force towards the center of the container. Okay, suppose it is in the bulk. Okay, it is the bulk, here it is the gas molecule. So here will be that. Okay, so in this case, if the molecule near the wall of the container is not uniformly surrounded and experiences an attractive force towards the center of the container. Okay, so here if we calculate, the pressure defect will be proportional to n square by v square. That will be equal to some constant an square by v square. Okay. Now this constant also is known called pressure correction constant. Okay. So modified pressure in case of real gas will be P plus an square by v square. And so the Van der Waal equation, when you write, it will be P plus an square by v square into V minus Nb is equal to nRT. Okay. So that again I am writing that the Van der Waal equation is P plus an square by v square into V minus Nb is equal to nRT. And for 1 mole gas, we will have to put n is equal to 1, then we will get P a by d square V minus b is equal to RT. Now here what will be the unit of A? Unit of A will be atmosphere decimeter to the power 6 mole to the power minus 2. Okay. And unit of B will be the unit of volume, that is the meter cube per mole. Now what is the significance of A? The constant A is related to the intermediate attractive forces. Greater the value of A, stronger are the intermolecular attractive forces. If the value of A is high, then gas can be liquefied more easily. Next one is the B. The significance of B, actually the constant B is related to the size of the molecule. And larger the size of the molecule, larger is the value of B. So these are the significance of the gas constant, Van der Waal gas constant A and B. Hope you can understand. And today up to this, and next day we will discuss some numericals, okay, from this Dalton's law of partial pressure, and next Graham's law of diffusion, and from Van der Waals law, okay, there is no numerical in your syllabus, okay, as well as the kinetic theory of gaseous molecule and the different types of velocities now are not in your syllabus. That means I am telling you about reduced syllabus. Okay, so today up to this, thank you.